video. So in this video we are going to do combining like terms. So let's see what combining like terms actually means. So like terms are terms that have the same variables and powers. So in an expression, a term is, for example, a number or a set. So in this expression, a term can be plus 7, negative 4c, subtract 5 or negative 5, positive 3c, and negative 2c. Those are all terms. And a like term is a term that have the same variable or power. So we have an example here. So we are going to combine like term in this. So let's do this quickly. So it says negative 2c plus 3c subtract 5 subtract 4c plus 7. We know there's only one variable involved in this expression. So we're going to write these terms with the variables right next to each other. So we can circle these first. So we have to bring the sign with them. We cannot do positive 2c or plus 4c. We have to bring the negative sign or the positive sign with them. So negative 2c plus 3c subtract 4c subtract 5 plus 7. These are constants. These don't have any variable right next to them, so negative 5 and 7 are constants. And these are like terms. So now let's add all of these like terms. We will get negative 2 plus 3 is going to give us positive 1. Positive 1 subtract 4 is going to give us negative 3c. Subtract, now we don't need to put the sign right now, so negative 5 plus 7 is going to give us positive 2. So we're going to do plus 2. So we have to bring the sign with that. So our final expression is going to be negative 3c plus 2. So now let's move on to doing more questions like this. Here we have our first question. It says negative 6 subtract 6f plus 7 subtract 3f subtract 9. So first thing, we need to make sure we always have one variable, because in other expressions we will or might have more than one variable. So here we only have one variable, which is f. So let's just circle the like terms first. So we have negative 6f as first like term and negative 3f as our second like term. So let's quickly combine these, put them next to each other by writing in another expression. So negative 6f subtract 3f subtract c, 6 plus 7 subtract 9. We need to keep these after but in order. So negative 6 plus 7, negative 9. Now what we can do is we can combine these, meaning negative 6 subtract 3 is going to give us negative 9f. And we are going to put the variable, which is f, so negative 9f. And then negative 6 plus 7 is going to give us positive 1. Subtract 9 is going to give us negative 8. So our final expression is going to be negative 9f subtract 8. Now let's do another one. We have 59.95m subtract 30 plus 7.95m plus 45 plus 9.49m. So here we have only one variable, which is m. First, let's circle the like terms. Here we have the first like term, which is positive 59.95. We know it's positive because it does not have a negative sign in front of it. Then we have positive 7.95m and positive 9.49m. And we have the rest constant terms, negative 30 and positive 45. So let's put this in order first. 59.95m plus 7.95m plus 9.49m. Then we are going to subtract 30 plus 45. So first let's combine these. So 59.95m plus 7.95m plus 9.49m is going to give us 77.39m. So 77.39m. When you're solving this with a calculator, you don't need to put the variable here. So you can just do 59.95 plus 7.95 plus 9.49. And then you put the variable at the end, but make sure you're only adding the ones with the same variable. So m. You should not subtract 30, neither add 45 because they're not like terms. Now we are going to solve this part of the expression. So negative 30 plus 45 is going to give us positive 15. So we're not going to put a negative sign just because there is a negative sign in front of 30. We have to first add these two, and whatever we get, even if the answer is positive or negative, we are going to put the sign accordingly to that. So here we have our second expression answer, which is 77.39m plus 15. Now let's do two more questions related to combining like terms. Here we have another expression. It says negative 0.5p plus 1/2 p, subtract 2.75 plus 2/3 p. So we know it is in different forms. Few of these constant terms and the one with the variables are decimals. And then we have 1/2 p and 2/3 p, which is in fractions. So let's turn all of them into decimals because it will be easier for us to add or subtract them. So negative 0.5p plus 1/2 is 0.5p. And then we can bring this now here. It is like term. We have only one variable, which is p. So plus 2/3 p is going to be plus 0.6 p. And we have this we only have one constant term. So subtract 2.75. So now let's just add all of these like terms, which is negative 0.5p plus 0.5p, which is going to give us 0p, plus 0.6p, which is going to end up 0.6p, but don't forget to put the bar on it, and subtract 2.75 because we don't have anything to add to this constant term. We don't have any other constant terms in this expression. Also, you can write this in a fraction form, which will be 2/3 p subtract. So we will have to turn this 2.75 into a fraction, which will be 2/3/4. So that can be our answer too. So this or this can be the answer. 0.6p subtract 2.75, which is both decimals, or only fraction, which can be 2/3 p subtract 2/3/4. Now let's move on to our last question. We have negative 3.7 plus 5g plus 4k plus 11.1 subtract 10g. Let's see how many variables are there. We have g as one variable and we have k as another one. So let's just cover the like terms first. Circle. This is not a like term because even though it has a variable, it does not have the same variable. This is a g and this is a k, so they're not the same. So we're going to underline it, but it's the only number here, so it does not have any like terms. So we don't need to mark this one, but we can underline these constant terms. We have more than one constant term. So now what we can do is we can write those like terms right next to each other. So we will do positive 5g, or we don't need to put a plus sign in front of it. So subtract 10g, and we are going to first do this plus 4k because it's the only one here, and then we are going to do plus 4k, and then we are going to add 11.1 and negative 3.7. So we need to put a sign here because So we're going to do plus 4k because it's the only one here, and then we're going to put an add sign, a parentheses. We're going to solve these in here. 3.7 plus 11.1 here. So now we are going to first solve these, and then we can bring this as a whole expression. So 5g subtract 10g is going to give us negative 5g plus 4k, it's going to stay the same, plus negative 3.7 plus 11.1 is going to give us 7.4. It's going to be a positive 7.4. Now, that is our final expression. We cannot add these two because they don't have the same variable. One is g and another one is k. So that's it for today's video. If you guys like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you learned something today with you, please also give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you get the notification whenever our new video comes out.